Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Let me fix my little phone camera here. Hopefully that's not too bright behind me. So welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, welcome for the first time. I hope that you hit the like button and the subscribe button and become part of my family. My name is Dory and I am on a weight loss journey. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy, weight loss surgery, back in September 12th of 2016 with Dr. Darren Tischler from Hartford Hospital in Hartford, Connecticut. My highest weight was 333.5. My day of surgery weight was 300.5. And today I come at you at my lowest adult weight ever at 171.0. I'm so excited. 2 pounds or 1.1 pounds to get to 169. I hope that I do it overnight tonight. That would be exciting to wake up tomorrow morning in the 160s. I have been in the 170s and bouncing almost up to like 181 within the last month and a half. I definitely, if you watch my prior videos, will know that I definitely went off the crazy train by doing so many different techniques and tactics and diets and changing eating habits. Even after I saw my dietitian, for some reason I went back to doing keto. Keto doesn't work for me to do it in that capacity. I'm the type of person, I do it all or nothing. Sometimes I can do a medium, right in the middle, but it's not often. So it just didn't agree with me, and I know in my previous videos I had told you guys what is working for me now, which is what my dietitian and nutritionist had recommended anyways, way back when, and when I was just previous out of surgery. And that is to concentrate on protein. So I did ask you guys in previous videos that the next time you hear me go crazy and I'm not sure why I'm not losing, or why this or why that, or I'm nuts, or I'm talking gibberish to you about who knows what I'm going to come up with in the coming months and years. But if I ever go off the rails again, please just say one thing in the comments is protein. Premier Protein drinks. So let's talk about that a little bit. So I had kind of been skimping on protein over the last few months. Maybe I'd get 60, 70, 80 at the most grams of protein, but my body does amazing when I get about 120 to 140 grams of protein per day. The only way that I can really achieve that without getting too much fat and too many calories is by drinking the Premier Protein shakes. So as we all know, when we're fresh out of surgery, most surgeons, if not all of them, will recommend to have these Premier Protein drinks. Fresh out of surgery, I had met my deductible for my old insurance. I had United Healthcare. At the time of my surgery, they paid for all of my surgery except about $500. And then I found a company that actually, you're gonna see people post that they're crazy and this company is just out to get you and it's a scam, but it really isn't. I had these free shakes. They would send me 4 cases of Premier Protein shakes per month for almost a year. Then my insurance changed to Blue Cross Blue Shield and I have yet to meet my deductible, so I do not get the free shakes anymore because I still have to meet my deductible. It was easy, of course, to meet the first deductible because I had had surgery, and that just right then and there the deductible was met. So I think I have $500 more to meet. 4 children, a husband, myself. I think it'll go by quick if that is still working with, it's called Insure Nutrition, INSURE nutrition.com. There's a phone number I have. It still works. I have heard conflicting reports that the company is no longer like together, and that their possibly their site is down. I'm not quite sure. I haven't tried the site in a while. But in any event, the Premier Protein shakes are what really has helped me. So I do intermittent fasting. I stop fasting about 13, 14 hours in, and I will just have, which I have here right now, it is ice in a cup. This is just a Dunkin' Donuts cup that I've reused like, I don't know, 100 times. And so basically I fill it with ice, probably about here. This is a large cup. And I will take a chocolate Premier Protein and 8 ounces of the Starbucks unsweetened black coffee. And I have that twice a day. So that gives me 60 grams of protein right off the bat. And so I fast from all food for about 17 to 19 hours straight. I stop eating about 5:30 every evening, and then I don't eat again until like 11, 12 or whatever the next day. What keeps me going is I drink a lot of water, and then I drink 2 of those protein coffees. Now, I learned about the protein coffees from Mini-Me in Tennessee, Lisa. She has been doing this her whole the whole journey that she has been on. I think she is maybe a month ahead of me, I want to say. But I had sleeve surgery. She had bypass. She actually is doing great. She's been in maintenance for, I want to say, like 6 months maybe, something around there. But she's the one who turned me on to this. She does it. It was delicious. It tastes delicious. And my husband also does it, and he uses the Premier Protein vanilla. And he does the same 8 ounces of Starbucks black coffee. And so that's actually what's been helping with the weight loss. So I don't eat anything until my first meal, and I'll probably have, I've been really craving lately the Angus, the grass-fed Angus beef patties that are put out by Trader Joe's. They're in the frozen section. There's 4 in a box for $6.99, I believe. Excuse me. So I will take one of those and I'll fry it in a pan. And then I top it with usually maybe a slice of provolone cheese. I'll put green chilies on top. I'll put a tablespoon of mayo. But my big craving lately, which is crazy, it's going to sound funny, but tomatoes, just fresh garden tomatoes with mayo and tons of pepper. The thing that's going to sound funny is that we have a lot of farmers markets around here, a lot. We have a lot of farms. I live in Western Mass, and so we have a ton of farms, and so I have been farm hopping to different farmers markets in different places, and I found one place that has amazing tomatoes, and they are delicious, but I ended up buying big huge ones from another one, and I guess the bigger the tomato, the more water it is, and it waters down the flavor. And so yesterday I had a couple of tomatoes that were not good, so it kind of turned me off. And then so today we went to a huge farmer's market, and we picked up blackberries and raspberries and apricots, and we picked up some fresh herbs, and my husband has a humongous garden in our backyard, so we have a ton of those things growing back there, cucumbers and peppers and some tomatoes that are just ripening now, and we have Swiss chard and things like that. And so, but I load that burger I was talking about with tomatoes, and it's just heavenly. So I'll have one of those a day with all the trimmings on it, and then I'll have another protein coffee in the afternoon, and then I will probably have, sometimes I'll have some bacon. I actually haven't had bacon for about 3 days, which is unusual. I usually eat bacon every day. I usually just fry up a couple of slices, and then I use that pan with the bacon grease in it to fry up my burger. Just helps it to taste better. Um, so I might have bacon. Sometimes I'll have a piece of cinnamon raisin whole wheat toast with 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon of the Philadelphia cream whipped cream cheese. And then I'll have it with a Power Crunch bar. Um, and so I'll have that, and then, I'll have, the 2 of these a day, I said. And that actually suffices me. I don't feel like I need to snack. I have a certain window of opportunity, as I call it, to eat and to be able to be satisfied. The Power Crunch bars have been great. I'm going to actually go down to our local nutrition store probably in a couple weeks and stock up on the 1 bars, which are my favorite. And yeah, and so that's been great. I look forward to weighing every morning. I was 172.1 for a long time. Then I went down to the 171.4, I think it was, and then now 171. And prior to my weighing this morning, 171.7 was my lowest. So I lost that 7 ounces, and now I'm at my lowest. So I'm really hoping to see the 1.6 tomorrow. And so we'll see how that goes. So I just wanted to touch on a couple of quick things. One, my husband got his ship out date for basic training. He will be shipping out on October 30th. October 25th, he goes and meets and does the, I forgot what they call it, like outtake. I think it's outtake. Yeah, outtake. I think it's an outtake. I think at 0900 hours, we have to do military time now because everything is in military time. And so he will go on the 25th, get everything done. And then on the 30th, I will end up bringing him to the airport and having to say my goodbyes there. I am going to be a wreck, but comes with the territory. We knew what we were getting into, so we are going to take it as it comes. He will be at Lackland Air Force Base, which is where all the Air Force will go. He'll be there through December 20th or so. He will graduate. I will fly down there around that time. It's going to be Christmas time, so it's going to be kind of hard to get tickets. I'm going to try to get tickets sooner than later. Prayerfully, I can afford them to book it now. And I'm praying, and if you guys can please pray for me to get a good flight and to also be able to stay on base. And so I'll see his graduation. And that is, I think I'll arrive in San Antonio around December 19th. And I'll be there. That's on a Wednesday. He has the Airman's run on Thursday, graduation on Friday, and we get to spend the weekend together. His parents are also going to come with me. I'm going to have my 4 children home with my older children, taking care of them, and my mom. We're going to definitely have a send-off party for him. I'm going to ask people to write different scriptures and different notes inside note cards that I will forward to him when I write him every day while he's in basic. Then he will go to Shepherd Air Force Base, also in Texas, for about 3.5 months to tech school. We have a date of him coming home of April 17th-ish. 2019. I know that it's about 5.5 months total time. I know things can change because it's a military. They have a famous saying, hurry up and wait. That's basically what we've been doing. So all this can change, but this is the date that he was given yesterday. He's getting all his paperwork together. We are going to do a power of attorney. So in case there's anything that I need to do while he's away, that I will be able to speak on his behalf and do that. We had to talk about difficult things of, if somebody dies in his immediate family, I can call the Red Cross and he can get out of basic to come and attend the funerals and things of that nature. But grandparents are not considered immediate family for the military, and so they would not let him leave. And so we just had to discuss that if one of his grandparents, I think he only has one left, and he's he's older. He's not in the best health, but if that grandparent died, would he want to know while he's at basic or not, since there's nothing he can do, and he would just really worry and be sad. And so I am not going to tell him. He doesn't want to know until he's done, so he can just really focus on basic training. So I'm excited for things coming up. I'm excited to get the new pay rate when he does leave, and the housing allowance and things of that nature that will pay our bills that we have been struggling to be able to pay. Also, the date that they picked for him, I prayed about it. I let God handle it. It could be anywhere from now till a year or two down the road. But God picked October 30th, which is perfect because it's after my daughter's birthday, it's after my son's birthday, and it's after my older son's wedding. And so he will be here for everything. And then when he's back in April, he ends up being able to be back for the 3 other children whose birthdays are in the spring, starting in May and 2 in June. And so he's here for that, which it actually is such a blessing. And plus the temperatures in San Antonio in October and November and everything in Texas in December through April is a lot easier to deal with than to go now. So many different prayers have been answered through that. Also, he will be back for his gardening. We have a humongous vegetable garden, as I mentioned a minute ago, and he will be able to enjoy the rest of this season until he leaves the end of October. And the cabbage, and sorry, my phone cut out. Hopefully this will stand. Anyways, I don't know what happened, but let me get back to what I was saying. And so I can handle the garden toward the end when he leaves, and then he'll be back in time for us to replant for the new season, which starts for us about May. We start planting June-ish, so he will be home for that. And so, yeah, so that's my update. I wanted to get everybody updated on the whole military thing, about my weight loss, about the things I'm doing, about my beloved protein coffee. So I have lost 162.5 pounds. I'm really looking forward to weighing 166.7. I don't have much longer to go, maybe 4 pounds or so, 5 pounds, because that will be half of my body weight that I have lost. I will weigh 166.7, have lost 166.7. And so I'm very excited for that. So yeah, so that's my update. I'm gonna go. I actually am headed to Providence, Rhode Island tomorrow morning for a church service that all of our churches are getting together. It's a big, like, kind of Jubilee conference type thing they're doing this weekend, and then it will close out with a huge service. It's about 16,000 people. Looking forward to seeing tons of people. I've been with this Christian non-denominational church now for 20 years, and so I'm really excited to see everybody. So without further ado, that's it for now, and I hope you guys have a blessed week. Talk to you soon.